For the moment, we shift our focus to the United Kingdom. This week, Iran released 2 British citizens. They were imprisoned in Iran for 6 years. What for? They've been accused of espionage. They were accused of espionage by Tehran. The charges were never proven. But the backstory has emerged now. Reports say the UK government refused to pay over $500 million they owed to Iran, which is why these people were held hostage. Our next report has the details.
Nazneen Zaghari-Ratcliffe and Anousheh Ashuri are back home. For 6 years, they were detained in Iran on charges of espionage. On Thursday, they were finally set free. Why did it take so long? The reason, reports say, was Britain's debt to Iran. The story goes back to the 1970s. A weapons deal between Iran and the UK. London promised the Shah of Iran over 1,000 chieftain tanks. Soon after that, the Iranian Revolution happened. The UK never made the delivery. But they'd taken the money. Iran went to international courts. It wanted its money back. In 2008, the International Chamber of Commerce ruled in Iran's favor. But Britain still refused to pay. It said the international sanctions on Iran made the payment impossible. So how much money are we talking about? $522 million. Iran resorted to taking hostages. It detained the likes of Nazneen Zaghari-Ratcliffe. They were accused of trying to overthrow Iran's government. Zaghari-Ratcliffe was apparently told by her captors that her imprisonment was linked to Britain's debt. British Prime Minister Boris Johnson first denied this link. But last year, former Foreign Secretary Jeremy Hunt made a claim. He said Iran was using Nazneen Zaghari-Ratcliffe as leverage. The cost of her release was the unpaid debt of $522 million. It came down to Jeremy Hunt's successor Liz Truss to negotiate the release. This time, Britain found a way to pay up.
We have found a way to make the payment in full, in compliance with UK and international sanctions and global counter-terrorism financing and anti-money laundering regulations. A sum of £393.8 million has now been paid, which will only be available for humanitarian purposes.
Finally, Nazneen Zaghari-Ratcliffe and her fellow detainees have been released. They had an emotional reunion with their families at the airport. But the 6-year-long saga has raised more questions. Couldn't the British government have acted sooner? Opposition parties are blaming Boris Johnson. They say the British Prime Minister prolonged the ordeal of the detainees, while Iran seems to have gotten away by indulging in hostage diplomacy. Bureau Report, WION World is One.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.